A very good morning to all students and welcome to my channel Edufly JEE-NEET. Today I am going to discuss with you all the human physiology. We will do lot of questions from human physiology because the maximum weightage of this is 45%, and you all know that your exam is very near, that is on 13th of September. So let's discuss today's important questions on human physiology. So see, first question is, the initial step in the digestion of milk is carried out by. Initial step, how the milk is digested. Very important. See, pepsin. What does pepsin do? Pepsin will act on milk protein caseinogen. This is milk protein. Milk protein. Milk protein is caseinogen, and that will form soluble casein. And this will act with calcium ions. This will combine with calcium ions, and that helps in the digestion of milk. So your option is pepsin. Done. Next question, see, the primary dentition. Primary dentition means the baby teeth. Primary dentition means baby teeth. The primary dentition in human differs from permanent dentition. See, baby teeth and the permanent teeth. They are asking for the difference between the baby teeth and permanent teeth. What's the main difference? That in baby teeth, which one of the teeth is absent? The question is this. See, canine, premolars, incisors and molars. Among all those, only premolar is absent in case of baby. Premolars always comes out at a certain age, like after 20, because premolars detect your age. It can predict your age. What's your age? So premolars is absent in baby teeth, that is primary dentition. Incisors, canines and molars are present in case of primary dentition. But when the adult having permanent teeth, then they'll have this premolars. Done. So these two questions very important. Just see. Okay. Now let's see next question. See, the question is big, but answer is very easy. See, I'll just read out the question. Good vision depends on adequate amount of carotene. Good vision, that is everyone said you have deficiency of vitamin A. This vitamin A is nothing but carotene rich. That is very necessary, very important for the eyes. See, select the best option. These are the statements given. You have to select the option. First is vitamin A derivatives are formed from carotene. Vitamin A के derivatives क्या होते हैं? Carotene होता है, beta carotene होता है, retinol होता है. Okay. These 3-4 are there. That is the carotene rich food. Next is the photopigments are embedded in the membrane disc of inner segment. This is wrong. Photopigments are not embedded in the membrane. Retinol is a derivative of vitamin A, like I told you now. Retinol is a derivative of vitamin A. Carotene is a derivative of vitamin A. And retinol is very important. Retinol, vitamin A, from vitamin A, retinol is produced. And retinol is needed by our eyes. That will combine with opsin. Retinol will combine with, I am just explaining why these three answers. Combine with opsin to form rhodopsin. Retinol will combine the opsin to form rhodopsin, and that will help in the to detect or light absorbing molecule, to see in light actually. Rhodopsin is nothing but light absorbing molecule. Done. So among these three is right. Vitamin A derivative from carotene, then the retinol is a derivative of vitamin A, and the third about the functions of retinol. So answer will be 1, 3 and 4. Very easy question. Just you have to read the statement, and from that statement you have to say whether which is wrong and which is right. Done. So we'll see next question. So now let's see next question. Next question is very interesting. Which cells of Krebs of liver cone? These cells are present in the small intestine. Small intestine. Villi, you can say villi of small intestine. Secrete antibacterial enzyme. You have to see which cells produce the antibacterial enzyme. This Krebs of liver cone. Options are argentefin cells, Paneth cells, zymogen cells and Kupffer cells. See, argentefin cells, these cells will produce hormones. and zymogen cells will produce enzymes. Done. And this Paneth cells, this is present in the villi of small intestine and thus helps in the secretion of antibacterial enzyme. And the fourth is Kupffer cells. Kupffer cells is nothing but they are known as the phagocytic cells of liver. Phagocytic cells of liver. Done. This question is done. Very easy. Come to the next question. In the stomach, gastric acid is secreted by which hormones? By which cells you can say? Parietal cells, peptic cells, acidic cells, gastrointestinal secreting cells. See, in case of that is this question, gastric acid, this is secreted by parietal cells of the stomach. What does parietal cell do? It will make the acidic, the food of the stomach, it will make acidic. So, answer is parietal cell. Gastric acid is secreted by parietal cells. So, we'll see next question. So, now let's see next question. When breastfeeding is replaced by less nutritive food, see, if sometimes happens that if a baby hasn't received his mother's milk, that is breastfeeding, that baby can suffer from so many diseases. So, breastfeeding is very important for all the ladies and even for the babies. Low in proteins and calories, the infants below the age of 1 year are likely to suffer from. 1 year से नीचे के बच्चों को माँ का मिल्क मिलना बहुत ज़रूरत होता है. In that case, if that child hasn't received mother's milk, but if he or she is receiving the food that is good in calories and protein intake, then that child doesn't suffer from any disease. But if that child hasn't received the mother's milk, that is no breastfeeding and no protein or calorie intake, then that child can suffer from marasmus. This is the disease, marasmus disease. Fine. Rickets, this vitamin D, due to deficiency of vitamin D, this disease can occur in child, anyone. Pellagra is due to vitamin B5, pantothenic acid. Due to the deficiency of vitamin B5, pellagra can cause. And kwashiorkor is when there is no sufficient protein intake, but energy adequate is sufficient. But if there is less amount of protein intake in diet, then this kwashiorkor disease may happen. So, your option is marasmus. Now, let's see next question. Which one of the following pairs of food components in human reaches the stomach totally undigested? Question is that which they are asking for which pairs of food when reaches to the stomach that is totally undigested, that is in mouth the food can't be digested. See, in buccal cavity the salivary amylase enzyme acts and that acts on the starch and turn into sugar, and that will go into the stomach and helps in the digestion. So, see, in each and every option there is starch. See, starch, cancel. Fat and cellulose. Cellulose, we don't have the enzyme to digest cellulose, but fats is digested in small intestine and protein in the stomach. Cellulose is not there, and starch, it's digested itself in the buccopharyngeal cavity. Done. So, these two questions very important, see from NEET point of view. So, now let's see next question. Duodenum has characteristic Brunner's gland. This is very important. Brunner's gland is present in duodenum that will secrete 2 hormones. So, you have to know, you have to study the notes of duodenum, then you get to know the answer is secretin and cholecystokinin. Secretin, it helps in the secretion of pancreas, and the functions of secretin and cholecystokinin I am saying you, release of bile from the liver. These are the important functions of secretin and cholecystokinin, and that helps in the, this is the characteristics of duodenum. Next is, which one of the following hormones can play significant role in osteoporosis, matlab bone. Osteoporosis means bone cell. You have to tell following hormones. So, answer is estrogen and parathyroid hormone. See, estrogen helps in the osteoblast cell, that is bone cell, and excesses of parathyroid hormone that will create demineralization of bone. Done. So, this is about estrogen. The next, these 2 questions very important from NEET point of view. Just see. So, now let's see next question. It is given as 2 columns is given. You have to match the column. Very easy. I'll give you the tricks to how to remember it. See, tricuspid valve. Tri means 3. ये हार्ट सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम से क्वेश्चन है, सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है. ट्राइकास्पिड वाल्व इज ट्राई. दिस इज प्रेजेंट बिटवीन राइट एट्रियम एंड राइट वेंट्रिकल. ठीक है. तो कैसे याद रखना है, ट्राइकास्पिड वल्व, ये राइट हैंड है, इसे याद रखिएगा, राइट हैंड, राइट ऑरिकल, राइट वेंट्रिकल। बाई मीन्स टू, बाई क्या होगा, लेफ्ट होगा, बस ये याद रखिएगा। ट्राई मीन्स राइट एंड बाई मीन्स लेफ्ट, तो आपका 2 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो गया। ट्राई मतलब क्या होगा, राइट एंड राइट, ये राइट हैंड है, बाई मतलब लेफ्ट ऑरिकल, लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल, तो बाइकास्पिड का क्या होगा, लेफ्ट ऑरिकल, लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल, वेरी इजी। आप इसको राइट हैंड एंड लेफ्ट हैंड से रिलेट करेंगे, अच्छे से हो जाएगा, ठीक है। दिस टू इज डन। अब बचेगा क्या, सेमिल्यूनर वाल्व, वो कहाँ होता है, राइट वेंट्रिकल एंड पल्मोनरी आर्टरी, ठीक है, वेरी इजी। सो द ऑप्शन इज सी। सी ये याद रखिएगा, ट्रिक्स मैंने बताया, बाई एंड ट्राई, ये बाई ये ट्राई, ट्राई मतलब राइट हो गया और बाई मतलब लेफ्ट हो गया, तो आप अच्छे से इसको रिमेंबर कर पाएंगे, आप कभी कंफ्यूज नहीं होंगे, ठीक है। सो दिस क्वेश्चन कम्स फ्रॉम NEET exam. So the next question is related to hormones. Hormones secreted by the placenta to maintain pregnancy. What is placenta? Placenta is nothing but the connection between fetus and the mother. With the help of placenta, the fetus and mother gets connected. So they are asking about the hormones. So HCG, HPL, progesterone, estrogen, these 4 hormones are secreted by the placenta to maintain pregnancy. HCG is nothing but human choreographic hormones. HPL, prolactin hormone, this is secreted during mammary glands are secreted. Progesterone, estrogen, they will HCG will secrete progesterone to maintain the pregnancy till the end, and HPL, what it will do, it will secrete the helps in the formation of mammary glands, and progesterone, estrogen, that will support the fetal growth and maintain the uterine contractions. So these 4 are the important hormones that are secreted by the placenta. So that's all. I will discuss some more important question. So now let's see next questions related to human physiology. See, very interesting question. You have to do, you have to find out the incorrect paired functions. Which one is incorrect, you have to find out. So this is column 1, this is column 2. You have to match what are the functions of hypothalamus, limbic system, medulla oblongata and corpus callosum. So let's see. Hypothalamus function is release hormones and it's the center of hunger and thirst. So this option is right. Next is limbic system. Just see the limbic system consists of fiber tracts that interconnect different regions of brain, controls movement. See, this limbic system does not connect the brains. It has 4 parts. See, I have written hippocampus, amygdala, septal nuclei and mammillary bodies. Basically, it controls the sex behavior of an organism, food habits and emotional behavior of an organism. The function of limbic system, I have told you 3 functions: sex behavior of an organism, food habits and emotional behavior. Done. So this is the wrong one. So this is the option, because you have to find out the incorrectly paired organisms. Next is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata controls respiration and cardiovascular reflexes. This is the right one. Corpus callosum, I have told you, this will connect both the left and right cerebral hemisphere. Done. So this is a very beautiful question. These 3 are right and this is the wrong one. Limbic system, I have told you the functions and all. So now let's see next. So now see, very interesting question. This question from circulatory system. See, the question is, what would be the heart rate of a person if the cardiac output is given of in the ventricles is given 5 liter and blood volume in the ventricles at diastole end is 100 ml and its systole end is 50 ml. So you have to calculate the heart rate. So let's see this question. See, cardiac output is given 5 liter, so you have to convert into ml because the other 2 options are in ml. So you have, this will be 5000 ml. Done. And cardiac ventricles at the end of diastole, value is given it's given 100 ml. Then at the end of systole it's given systole 50 ml. Then so first you have to calculate the stroke volume. I'll tell you why I am calculating stroke volume. Stroke volume will be that is 100 minus 50, that is ventricles at the end of diastole minus ventricles at the end of systole, that is 100 minus 50, total will be 50 ml. How to calculate the heart rate? I am saying the formula: cardiac output equal to stroke volume into heart rate. This is the volume. Cardiac output equal to stroke volume into heart rate. So cardiac output is how much? It's 5000 and stroke volume is 50 into heart rate. So therefore heart rate equal to 100 beats per minute. So your answer will be 100 beats per minute. I hope I have cleared the doubts. Just remember this formula. Cardiac output is equal to stroke volume into heart rate, and from that you can calculate the heart rate. So your answer will be 100 beats per minute. So this question is very interesting from circulatory system. So let's see next question. So now let's see very important question from excretory system, that is from human physiology itself. Use of an artificial kidney during hemodialysis may result in. So they are asking about artificial kidney. See the options. Nitrogenous waste build up in the body. See, during artificial dialysis, that is the artificial kidney dialysis, what happens is that due to the dialysis, nitrogenous waste is not built up in the body, it's excreted out from the body. And the second point is non-elimination of excess potassium ions. Non-elimination is the potassium ions is released from the body, that is eliminated from the body. So these two options are wrong in case of dialysis of artificial kidney. See the third option, reduce absorption of calcium ions from GI tract and reduced RBC production. See in case of dialysis what happens, RBC production is very reduced due to dialysis, and calcium ions from the GI tract is also reduced. So these two options are right, that is option number B. C and D are correct. So this is very important questions from excretory system, that is the part of human physiology. So now let's see next question. So now let's see very important question. Identify the cells whose secretion protects the lining of GI tract, that is gastrointestinal tract, from various enzymes. So they are asking for the enzymes that will protects the GI tract. The cell is goblet cells. Goblet cells, what they do is helps in the protection of mucosal epithelium. Mucosal epithelium and also from a highly concentrated HCl. So this is the functions of goblet cell. Next is oxyntic cells, or you can say parietal cell. Parietal cells will secrete HCl. This will secrete HCl. And chief cells, this will secrete pepsinogen. You all know pepsinogen. So according to the question, your right option is goblet cells. Done. So we'll see next important question. So now let's see very interesting question that is from respiratory system. See what the question says is tidal volume and expiratory reserve volume for an athlete is given as 500 and 1000 ml. So you have to find out the expiratory capacity. So let's see the solution. It's given tidal volume. Tidal volume is given 500 ml. Next, it's given expiratory reserve volume. I am writing shortcut ERV. Then 1000 ml. You have to find out the expiratory capacity. Expiratory capacity is nothing but tidal volume, that is TV plus ERV. Tidal volume, short form you can add TV plus ERV, expiratory reserve volume, that is 500 plus 1000. So it's 1500 ml. So your option will be D, 1500 ml. So done. This is very important questions came from respiratory system. So now let's see next important question. So now let's see next question. This question is from circulatory system. So they are asking for match the columns. Very direct question about, see, P wave. What is the function of P wave? It's depolarization of atria. The function of P waves, it helps in the depolarization of atrial. Then second is QRS complex. Answer is depolarization of ventricles. Then the functions of QRS complex is depolarization of ventricles. It helps in a depolarization of ventricles. Next is T-wave is depolarization of ventricles. The fourth is reduction in the size of T-wave that will forms coronary ischemia. So see, options is given 5. Just to confuse you, if you have the concept, you can answer the question, because this is a direct question from circulatory system. So your option will be D. Then, so this type of question used to come in the exam. Match the following, carrying 4 marks. They'll ask. If you have done wrong, then you will get minus negative marking. So you have to remember this question, circulatory system. Just revise the notes and then try the questions. So let's see next question. So now let's see these questions. The first question says is the posterior pituitary gland is not a true gland, endocrine gland. Why? The reason is that the posterior pituitary gland produces 2 hormones, that is vasopressin and oxytocin. Very common hormone, pregnancy hormone, oxytocin, right? So what does this 2 hormone do is that is synthesized by hypothalamus. Okay, actually this 2 is synthesized by hypothalamus, and then it will reaches to posterior pituitary gland and through the hypophyseal portal system. So the option is, it only stores and releases hormones. It will store and then it will release hormone. The work is over. So the option is 2. Second number, Graves disease is caused due to, Graves disease is nothing but, this is a direct question, this disease is caused due to hyperthyroid. किसी का अगर thyroid ज़्यादा होता है तो ये disease होता है, Graves disease. So hypersecretion of thyroid gland. The option is B. Very important, so beautiful questions. This is from circulatory, Graves disease, and about the nervous coordination. This chapter is from nervous coordination. So with this I have completed the most probable questions which may come in your exam for NEET 2020 of this chapter, that is human physiology. So now so with this I'll conclude my class today, and we'll meet in the next class. So thank you so much.